The Voodoo Floss is gonna help us create better tissue glide with some of the connective tissue in the fascia. And so if you have acute pain, so new sharp pain, I don't wanna overstretch the tissue. I just wanna passively start creating glide. So I'm gonna wrap the knee at about 30% stretch, and then I'm just gonna do some passive knee extensions. You can do this with weight, you can do air squats, and you can ride a stationary bike as well. But for people with very sharp knee pain, we're just trying to desensitize and create glide. If we have acute knee pain, we don't want to overstretch that tissue because it's already painful and inflamed. What we want to do is try and relax the tissue around it to take pressure off of that knee. So instead of doing aggressive stretches, we're going to take a foam roller and we're going to roll out that quad. And if we find any knots, we're going to get one of these knobs on that knot and we're going to pin that down. And that looks like this. So usually you'll find kind of right up in the pocket area, you'll get a knot. So I'm gonna find that knot right there, and then I'm gonna do a hamstring curl, and I'm gonna reposition and do a hamstring curl. And I'm just gonna keep kind of going through that quad and pulling on that. And a lot of times you'll find that that will replicate that same knee pain, but as you go through it, it's gonna start relaxing and taking some of that pressure off. So now that we've loosened up the quad, and we've pushed some of the fluid out of the knee, plus created better tissue glide in the connective tissue of the knee, we're gonna start doing high volume, low intensity exercise to push a lot of blood flow and stimulus into the quad and the tendon to help us start promoting healing. With the TKE, we're gonna flex and hold that quad, relax, flex and hold that quad, and we're gonna do high volume. So 20 to 30 reps until we get a nice burn. And we're taking the knee through partial range of motion. So if that knee hurts at a full depth squat, this shouldn't irritate that tendon further. We're just exposing it to contracting and load, but we're not creating more damage. And then the final thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start introducing wall sit progressions to isometrically load that quad and knee to really start promoting tendon healing and general tissue strength. So if I'm new to this, I'm just gonna come down and sit at a high angle, and I'll feel that in my quads and my knees. As I progress, I'm gonna shove my knees further over my toes, lifting my heels off the ground and my butt in the air. This is gonna super isolate the quads, and you will feel the difference. This is way less demanding on the knees. This is a lot more demanding. So instead of just progressing on load, we can progress on isometric tolerance to help promote healing in that knee without creating more damage.